channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Come on in. What's up, everybody? It's Formula EOSBM, and tonight it is Sunday. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I want you to take this time to like, comment, and share this video. Send it to two people that you spoke to today. Send it to two people. How has your week been? How has your week been? It's been a week, and time just flies. But I want to know, how's everything been going on with all of you? My week has been good. We have an interesting show for you this evening. We are talking about the corporate chick versus the boss chick. Okay. The corporate chick versus the boss chick. Now, is there a difference? Is there a difference? Are they the same? Are there similarities? I want you to think about everything before you put your answer in the chat. I want you to think about everything with how they create their schedule, how they actually conduct business, how they get dressed, the people that they interact with, the deals they make, the network pitches that they do. I want you to get in a mindset of a boss chick or a corporate chick. Are you either or? Are you one? Is there a difference? Are you a nice little blend between the two? So tonight, that's what we're talking about. Corporate chick versus the boss chick. Is it one and the same? Who knows? I don't know. Let's get into the candle fragrance of the evening. The candle fragrance of the evening is Island Margarita. Can you see? It always is so bright. Okay, here we go. Island Margarita is the candle fragrance of the evening. This smells so good. It smells like you can eat this. Okay, but we're just gonna take in that aroma. Let's see what's been going on with everybody. Let's see who is here. Um, let's see. Okay, yes. Good evening, Letitia. Good evening. Good evening, Carolyn. Good evening. How is the sound now? Let me know. Hello everyone. I'm really interested as someone working on starting their own business, wardrobe ideas to impress potential investors. Also, no sound. Okay, let me know now. Is the sound on? And it's so weird. I did a sound check earlier, but tell me. Okay, we can hear now. Okay, great, 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 great. Okay, yes, Letitia has a job interview on Tuesday. Yes, showing love back to yes. Um okay, we're gonna get into it. Everyone has already liked this page, so that is great. We're gonna keep that going now. And I also want, if you do have any business questions, put it in the chat, or when I open up the panel, if you want to join the panel with a couple of questions, if I have the answers, you all know you are privy to whatever I know. So let's get into our sponsors for the evening. Our sponsors for the evening, of course, is, you already know, Seychelles Clothing. Seychelles Clothing is a women's fashion travel brand where it's summer year round, carrying sizes small through 3X with your chic, classic, and your timeless pieces, darling. When's the last time you all been on the website? I need to know what's going on. So tonight's featured item is our fashion styling party. Okay. Now, this is where, ladies, if you are looking for something to do with a group of your girlfriends, how about a fashion styling party? Enjoy 3 hours of fun with a personal stylist while you shop. You have a small group of friends, 6 through 15, and you will receive a full body analysis, which will include your body measurements, style tips, fabrics, which will flatter your body the type the most. You will gain insight onto how your personal style will take you to the next level and how to maximize your current wardrobe, and shop all the wonderful garments here at Seychelles Clothing. Remember, we come to you. Our mobile boutique is what you need for a girls' night in. Book today and enjoy small refreshments, receive style tips, become the best version of you. You can bring those hard to style pieces with you that's been hanging up in the closet for a while that you need a little help, putting those looks together. So if you are looking for a girls' night out, girls' fun, be sure to book the fashion styling party. And we're gonna leave it at the fashion styling party tonight. I think what people need to understand is fun is shopping, and shopping can be even more fun when you are doing it in your own home or in your girlfriend's home, where you can shop with your shoes off. You can run around changing blouses, changing your pants. It's just so fun at that point. So keep that in mind if and when you are booking your fashion styling party. Okay, guys. So within this fashion world, excuse me, in this fashion styling world, we have women who have decided to take the more corporate way of things, meaning that they went for a more established company that's already out, and they decided to, you know, follow the ranks and climb up the ladder and do things that's already written. They might have brought in a few new ideas and projects. We're not going to say that, but they kind of went to a ready-made company, and they're very strict and they're very on, and they follow the dress code for this business, and there you have it. Then you have what the new age woman is calling the boss chick. So I have a few questions for you all. One, meaning, boss chick, is that just something we say in a Black community? Or does everyone say that? Is every woman who started their own business a boss chick? What is the criteria to become a boss chick? Is there, you have to make a certain X amount of dollars to now get this title of boss chick? You have to have a certain amount of employees to now have this title of boss chick? Do you have to create enough opportunity for others to be this boss chick? Is it you just wake up when you want to wake up? You make your own hours. You tell yourself what to wear. You tell me, what is it with a boss chick and a corporate chick? And when you are a boss chick, do you need to have a man who is a boss or running things, or will you take that blue collar worker? What does it take for you to step away from your work to say, hey, let me go out with Johnny tonight? Here we have a funny clip for you before we get into that. These are just thought provoking. These are thought provoking before we get the conversation going. I want you all thinking about all of this stuff here. EOSBM.
Boss chick, she sets her own standards and stands out from the crowd, taking control in all aspects of life, including career, home life, personal appearance, and living life on her terms. Okay, now that's a new one on me. The personal appearance, because I guess I necessarily didn't associate being a boss chick with your personal appearance.
Boss chick is somebody that does not wait on any man to do anything for them. If I say I need something and you say, okay, I got it, and you're taking too long, I'm doing it myself.
Yes.
Period. Because you're taking too long. Okay. I'm a boss chick. That's an alpha female anyway. Period.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God! You do what you want, when you want, how you want. That's it.
A female who has the prime definition of staying in her bag and not worry about the next bitch. You feel?
We trying to get places. We gotta be that boss bitch, be in control. That's how we own our.
Hey guys, tonight. Okay, so okay, we're gonna start with the boss chick first. We're gonna start with the boss chick first because I kind of laugh at this a little bit because I get it. Everybody, has a grind, wants to work a grind, but when you are truly a boss at anything, baby, you are putting in hours upon hours upon hours of work. And don't be a one-man army, because if you're a one-man army, guess what? If you don't work, nothing gets done. Okay? So my first tip for all the boss chicks there is start with a team. You need a team of people you can depend on. And don't think you have to go straight to, you got to have 50 people on your payroll, 20 people on your payroll. That's not how you go. When I first started, I started with interns, and these were interns, high school students who were interested in the fashion industry in some regard. And you don't give them full tasks that you have to do. You give them tasks in which you can oversee, light tasks, and you build their task up. You don't give them something that is so huge that if it fails, then your company comes crawling down. So I would say first develop a team of some sort. You need a team, excuse me. You need a team to start, because there's just zero is no way of doing it by yourself. I don't know why you even want to do it by yourself. It's borderline impossible. Let's read some of the comments really quickly. I think we are here. I think, Letitia, I think the only thing that's the difference is maybe their attire and their schedule. Everything else doesn't change as a woman for them. Now this is a interesting comment. She just says attire and schedule. I will say I think it's a few more differences strictly because in corporate world, there is a general idea or mindset or goal for the company and small goals that you have to reach along the way. I feel like when you are a boss chick, you get to change it every day if you want. If you want the focus today to be, children and school age, and then you wake up next week and tell the team you want to do a whole shift, you can do a whole company shift. And guess who you got to talk to? Yourself. Now, even with boss chicks, if you have investors, you still have to, you can't just switch up the program. So the extra thing that I'll have to say is there is different levels to this boss chick. Everybody can say that they're a boss chick, but for me, you got to put some work in. You had to put some work in, some hours in, collected a couple of dollars, and it does give you the freedom. So remember, people go into business for quote unquote freedom. But again, what you don't understand is you have to invest so much time into your business, especially when you're getting it off the ground. There was an article, I don't know if you all got a chance to read it. I was in shout out Ohio, and it was a few things that was covered on this particular interview, and I want to make sure that I highlight it if you didn't get a chance to read it or if you just need to hear it again. So this is Shout Out Ohio, where they did a piece on myself. Now, I'm not going to go through everything, but I feel like my first one kind of hit on kind of what we're talking about tonight. And I want everybody to really, truly keep this in mind. If you have a business, or if you're getting ready to start a business, you want to have a business, you're thinking about it, I want you to think about it. So the question was, hi, what is it that I disagree with the most about some advice that has been universally accepted? And, you know, as an entrepreneur myself, I felt that a lot of things that I heard was the first thing everybody say, quit your job. Quit your job. Don't work that 9 to 5. And I feel like that is just the wrong piece of advice to give. When you have a business, you will have operational costs that will come weekly, monthly, daily, and you need to have some money at hand in order to be able to carry out your business. So I always say use your 9 to 5 as your investor. Okay. This is that pay yourself mentality, pay yourself, where you're putting aside $300 a check, or you're putting aside $500 a check. You're putting aside amount of money that you can live without. So when it is time to either purchase inventory, purchase office supplies, purchase a vehicle, be able to pay for the gas to get from A to Z for your business, you're able to do it, and your business doesn't have to stop because you don't have revenue building up. A small little tip that I also give to new entrepreneurs is to save your money that you do make for one full year. Don't spend it, and use that as a reinvestment when it comes time to start your business. You can have investors from a lot of different people. You yourself can be your investor, as I mentioned, with your job from your 9 to 5. Your investment can also come from your 401k. Your investment can come from your spouse. Your investment could come from your family. If you write little promissory notes or notes to your family, some people actually want to help you with your dream and help you get to where you want to go. So be sure to use the people around you as resources, because you never know when you really need them. I like to be a boss chick, but head of my own business. Exactly. Head of your own business means you have a vision that you want others to see. You have a business that you solve a problem for someone else. You have an idea that would make life easy for somebody. So another tip for all my new entrepreneurs is, what is it about your business that A, the customer needs, and B, that would make my life easier? Ask yourself that. What problem are you solving? Think about any business that you go to right now. Think of your last week, whoever you have patronized this week. What did they do? If you went to dinner, You went to dinner, A, because what? You were celebrating with someone, or B, you just didn't feel like cooking. So you wanted to grab something quick, right? So it was convenient. You didn't have to cook it. You didn't have to go grocery shopping for it. You didn't have to clean the kitchen for it. So, and you were hungry. So it filled you up, right? It was a need that was met. So when you are starting a business, you need to ask yourself right now, what problem are you solving? Then you need to get into who your customer is and so forth and so on. I do also have a program that I have developed for new entrepreneurs. There is a fee associated with that because, I've walked a long walk. I've been entrepreneur since 2016. And then prior to that, I was in government and I left that in management. So I have a good dual balance of both. But if you want to be your own business, put that on your mood board and work towards it. But ask yourself a few questions. Marchel'e, love your dress along with the classic purse and the lovely earth tones items in the back rack. Okay, great. So this is funny. I don't know if you all have noticed this season, I've been interchanging out my rack in the back. And I was going to get on this on the last show, episode 10, but because it was pointed out this show, I wanted to share with you all today. The rack has really shown you all what items color-wise you need to have in your wardrobe. You need to have black, white, gold, or nudes. You need to have red. You need that pop of color. You need certain basic colors in your wardrobe to start with. So that's what those are. This here is my computer bag. I love this. This is a leather Kate Spade bag, and I carry around my laptop when I need to travel with my laptop. So these are small things that corporate world or boss chick world or women who are in business have. They have things that you need nice things to carry your things in, right? So I have an Apple, laptop. It costs a little bit of money, so it needs to stay protected. Okay. You need a nice tote bag to carry like your notebooks or your pens or other things. These are things that you just need to have. And you need to always carry yourself in a way that if someone doesn't know you, you're going to always be representing yourself well. So keep that in mind. Here we have, depends on the entrepreneur and how she wants to present herself initially. Now, this kind of goes into what I say. I had the research a while back when I used to do my school presentations, but a person can scan you in a couple of seconds. You only have, I think it's like 7 seconds to make a first impression. So in business, you only have the same thing. Soon as you tell somebody you're in business, they want to know what you do. You need to have your elevator pitch always at the back of your mind. You need to be able to talk about your business all the time. When I drive around my Seychelles van, I'm always on. If somebody pull up on the side of me, I have to be able to give them the pitch. If I'm getting out and I just happen to be driving it to the grocery store and somebody asks about it, guess what? I got to stay on. I got to be on. You never know who your next client is. Now, sometimes they're your next client, and then sometimes they just want to be nosy. But whatever the case is, you never know. So you treat everybody as a customer. So just make sure that person that you're putting out there is who they're going to get. Okay, Miss Ice, I do see you backstage. I don't see your image yet. So when I see your image and when you're ready to join, you will be able to come on up. Back to, okay, I have heard the term boss babe used outside the melanated community. Okay, so it's not just us. It's not just us. Everybody is saying it in a boss chicks world. Okay, great. My business will be post-retirement, retire in 2022. Okay, great. 2022. You've had time to think about your business and post-retirement. And remember, it's just work. Congratulations. Um, I'm utilizing life plan to develop my business and have completed almost everything but the financials. Okay, well, that's great. I haven't heard of life plan. So if you want to, inform the chat a little bit what life plan is, I think that would be great for maybe some new entrepreneurs or not. Um, Miss Ice is now ready. Hello, darling. Miss Ice, are you there? You are now live, Miss Ice. There is no sound. Okay. I think now we can hear you. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I was texting you. Well, good evening, darling. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you this evening?
Oh, I am just fighting and pushing through. That's why I'm here on Avatar. And
Okay.
I'm just happy to be here and make the show. So thank you for having me.
Okay, awesome. So we've just been talking about the difference with corporate and boss chick. Now, since you're here now, I want to get into a little clip. It's a little funny to me. I thought it was funny. Um, Maybe you all may find it a little funny as well. Let me see if I can get it get it up here. One second. So how has your weekend been or your week?
Oh, very, very eventful. I was blessed to have my first graduating class. My babies, my kindergartners were promoted. I have the great privilege of teaching autistic kindergartners, and they're my first class. Like, I've been educating for years, but they're my first graduating or promotion class that I've actually, walked with them and had the privilege of getting them prepared to get going to, life in the first grade.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's always great.
Yeah,
I
it
always
was
feel like
so fun.
good, good. That's always a good thing. I'm trying to get the video. It's actually not showing up, so we're going to carry on.
All right.
What?
I understand.
Yes, because it's not populating, so I don't want to spend too much time. I don't want to spend too much time on that.
I understand.
But do you believe there is a difference in the corporate woman and the boss chick, boss babe woman?
Definitely, definitely. It is not just a dress. It is not just, style. It is definitely a mentality. A boss babe she rules her destiny. She
Mhm.
is not part of corporate America. She is her own corporation unto herself. And a corporate woman and anybody that's in big, companies and corporate, they're for that company. They're not investing into their legacy. So they have a different mindset when it comes to what is important to them, where they're spending their time, and how they're going to move out of actively working into, let's just say, retirement or the next phase of their life, how they're investing into that. So, boss babes, 9 times out of 10, she either has to go and seek out her own insurance agent and figure out how she's going to build her corporation and her employees and protect them and have their insurance. While someone who's in corporate America, all that's laid out for them, you know.
Mhm.
So it's a
Mhm.
very big difference. I feel like, when it comes to style, of course, the boss babe has a lot more leeway in how she chooses to dress. She might,
Yeah.
in my opinion, she might be a little more racy. She might be more original, whereas, someone in corporate America is more so, to the T, kind of like, business suit, business casual, not necessarily, on the fun side of fashion. So
Mhm.
it's a
Mhm.
big difference, I would say, with the mentality and how their mind is geared towards their future and investing in themselves.
Yes. And investing into themselves. And when it comes to the women and who they're dating, um, I wonder, is that a difference too with who they date? Now I do have the clip up. I do
Okay.
have the clip now, so I do want to show it. It's a short little clip. It's funny though. Let me see if I can get it up now.
Hey, babe, what you doing?
I'm working from home, running 3 businesses. How can I help you?
Damn, you always at work.
Of course, that's what you do when you pay your own bills.
I get it. Well, maybe we can, we can hang out afterward.
After work, babe, I'm not sleeping. I'm working.
Listen. Let me just go ahead and pay for you for the day.
Oh, well, now you have my attention.
Yeah.
Well, let me calculate it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, calculate that.
For my time, makeup, hair, clothing, because I'm international, change the currency to American dollars. I gotta add a talking face tag.
You calculated that.
Ooh, and I almost forgot to waste my time insurance. Yeah, the way it's looking, the total looking like $2,345.23.
2,000 what?
And that's on a discount actually, because I kind of somewhat like you.
Are you hiring? Boy, get up. Hello?
Real talk.
Okay.
Waste my time insurance.
Listen, what are your thoughts on the video before I start?
So real. That's my life. Like, what are you talking about? Get off of work. That's I live, eat, breathe with iced out productions all day, every day. Like, are you serious right now? So I think that's pretty head on,
Okay, fellas. So basically, the women are saying when they have their own business, it's going to take something really to pull them away from their time to work on their business, to be with you or be around you. Now I'm all for those men who want to become a part of, they might be great at writing and they might write a couple of your proposals. They might be great at, brainstorming and ideas or flow charts. They might be great at, their network and, bringing your name up in rooms that you can't be in. So I think it's a difference when you're dealing with a boss chick, because boss chicks, they're always thinking about their business and the next move, always think about it. Corporate, I feel like you could turn it off a little bit. Like, I think,
Absolutely.
you can't take the phone with you on vacation, but it don't matter. The boss chick, if you miss that one call, you're like, oh my God, because you don't know if it's going to come again or if it's not coming. If it was a big deal. So you're the one in the ocean on your laptop. You got your phone in the bedroom when it's time for you to be laid up with your man. You're the one who take the phone into the shower. You always make sure your phone is on the charger when you're in the car. You always got your AirPods in your ear because you don't ever want to miss an opportunity when it comes your way. And it's more work. It's more work. Don't get it twisted. Social media show you what. Let me explain a couple things. And Miss Ice, you tell me if you agree or you disagree. Social media shows the highlights of people's life, right? It's very rare people put up things that are damaging to their business or damaging to their families or damaging to their lifestyle. Now, some people do. Now, those people who do that, they're just seeking attention. Okay. So let's just separate the two. But otherwise, everybody is only going to put up their accomplishments. That's what Instagram is. Social media. It is here are all my accomplishments. Oh, look at me over here. Look what I did. Oh, I just graduated yesterday. Everybody give me claps. Oh, I just had a baby. Oh, give me claps. Oh, I just got a husband. Give me claps. Oh, I just signed a deal with Netflix. Oh, give me claps. Oh, I just bought a new car. Give me claps. But remember, they're not showing you in early 2000 when their car was repoed. They're not showing you when they were arguing with a man that they man now took them on an all-exclusive paid trip. They're not showing you all the no's they got before that one investor told them yes. They're not showing you all the sleepless nights. They're not showing you the car that wouldn't start today. You get what I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
so don't get caught up in, ooh, look at her. Ooh, look at him. Because you never know what is underneath those layers.
Absolutely.
Would you agree or disagree?
Well, I definitely agree. It is definitely a highlight reel. There are, very far few and in between who like to show you the nuts and bolts of things. I would say like a Jerusha Allure, she is very transparent in her weight loss journey, and she makes it
Mhm.
look good.
Mhm.
So it's not like, oh, I popped off and these 100 pounds is off and I look good and I'm confident. No, she's showing you the tears, she's showing you the sweat, you know, but that's very far few and in between, when you see different social media pages and personalities and things of that nature. So I would definitely
Mhm.
have to agree.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a difference. Speaking of me, now I'll just tell you, someone like myself, you're only ever gonna see the positive on my end. Now, again, other people, what they put up and what they say and what they do, I can't control what other people say about me. But for me, my job is to share my life with you and to inspire you. And I feel like if you have a close relationship with me, if you want to learn about my pitfalls and things like that, you'll be someone close to me. But otherwise, you're going to see the highlights of whatever I may have going on, and the great highlights, because that's just what I want to share. But I will say life should be more of the great highlights than the negative highlights. So really quickly, I want to get into what I did this weekend. I want to show you all a little reel that that took place this weekend.
All right. Love, love, love.
Love. So that was the actual rehearsal and the time for the designers to pick um their models for the show. So Seychelles Clothing and myself will be in the building for a Good Life Atlanta Fashion Week, July 20th. If you're in the Atlanta area, be sure to come on down because Seychelles Clothing will be on the runway and your girl will be hosting the red carpet. And Mama D is the host of the event.
How awesome. How dope is that?
Yes, you
Can't
gotta.
wait.
Yes, it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be time. Like I say, you're just gonna see highlights of what is going on and what makes things interesting. Letitia says, how many models? So for me, when I do fashion shows, okay, let me just give you a little bit more backstory really quickly. For me, anything that you do, you need to know why you're doing it when you're in business. You can't just, every opportunity, you can't jump at every opportunity, every event you just can't go to and attend and be a part of. You have to know why you're doing something. So for a fashion show, for me, because I'm new to Atlanta, fashion shows is about exposure. You have an audience, 300 people looking at your clothing, looking at you, listening to you, and now they have now heard of whatever it is that you're doing. Me, myself, presenting Seychelles Clothing Summer collection. How many models? 10 models. When I do any runway show, it's 10 models. 10 is a nice number, it's a nice control number. You get a nice variety, different sizes, different shape, different ethnicities, different styles. Um, and it's not overboard. Trying to keep up with 20 pieces, one model can have say 10 of your pieces on, meaning glasses, earrings, if they have on a swimsuit bra, swimsuit panties, a cover up, they have on bracelets, rings. It goes on and on and on. So you have to keep in mind of you want to make sure all your items are also in an easily controlled state. So I typically deal with 10 models. I feel like it's a good number to kind of work with. A question, and Miss Ice, if you want, you can answer or I'll answer first, either or. Any tips for young business women to wanting to open a Cool Rogers franchise?
Okay, I don't even know what a Cool Rogers franchise is.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start there.
Okay, let's start there. Okay, so first, let's go ahead. Let's just look it up. Let's look it up together then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me see. Cool Rogers franchise. It's a retail store, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a retail store? Let me know if it's a retail store or just tell us what kind of franchise it is. But I will give you all a little bit of insight on when I was interested into getting into a franchise. So I don't know if you all are familiar with Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake kind of was going bankrupt, and now I do other things outside of just fashion, but I don't promote it because fashion is really my love. Fashion is the thing that I would do for free or I do it for pay, right? So other business ventures and things that I do, I kind of don't share it too much just because some of them other business ventures are more of like just money making. And it's not about what your love is. So for a franchise, I would first say it is I would say it's about money when you're going into a franchise. A franchise is a business that is already established. Okay, let's see. It's a pizza joint. They selling bug inspired pizzas from the Middle East and parts of Africa, but that's only during the summer. Okay.
BUG?
BUG.
Nah, baby. Mm-mm.
They sell bug inspired pizzas.
No. No,
Okay.
thank you.
And
off.
wait. Well, they're interested in it. So before we shut it down, we don't know, right?
It's just not for me. Let me put it to you like
right.
that. It's no.
Right. Think about Scrub Daddy really quickly. Scrub Daddy went on Shark Tank. No. One person said yeah, and now he is, I believe, a billionaire. Don't quote me, but I think he's a billionaire. But anywho, when you're going into a franchise, I believe a franchise is you have money to invest in a business that's already established. They give you the plan. They give you their resources. They give you a lot of the customer base is already there. If they already follow, you just kind of have to go in and work it. You already come in with employees. A lot of times you have to go through their training. Once their training is done, you're complete. Now, me and my husband and my brother, and his wife and my mom at the time, we were thinking about owning a Steak and Shake. Now, Steak and Shake, I love their burgers. My husband wasn't too privy on them. He'll eat it sometimes. And my brother and them, they would. Now we sat and we had business. Now remember, your business can also be with family first. We used to have a lot of business family meetings years ago as well. And in that, we looked at, okay, do we really want to sell burgers? Are they two in a home? Are we going to really be able to get this out of? Because you have to put the money to get so-called, like, it's kind of almost like I don't know what it's called, but it's like a title almost to be able to operate the business. And then you still have all this operating costs and you still have to pay them back on top of it. So once we worked out the numbers, because my husband is great with numbers, once we worked out the numbers, it wasn't so conducive to us because what they got me with at first was all they wanted was $10,000. That's it. I'm like, shit, we got that. I got that damn near my back pocket. You know what I mean? Like, shit, they can get this right now. And my husband like, okay, wait a minute. No, it's not just the $10,000. It's this.
Right?
All of that. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, okay, do I really have a love for the food industry? Now, yes, I'm a foodie. I love to eat it, but do I really want to go work in Steak and Shake if I had to?
Big difference. The big difference.
I was like,
actually had a-
nah,
Yeah.
I don't really want to do that. But so if you do go into a franchise, just say a McDonald's franchise, it's already established. You kind of just go in and you have to follow certain things off the menu and things like that. So I would say if you want to go into a franchise business, go into a franchise business, but just know that that may not be a love. I see franchise more of you think that it's going to be a money grab, and a easier way just to already go into a plan with money. But I don't know, Miss Ice, what is your thoughts on not just that comment, but on a franchise, someone buying into a franchise?
Yeah. Well, I actually had a franchise, Jan Pro, which is a cleaning franchise out in northeastern Ohio. Well, it didn't work out that well. It was very low overhead to buy in, low overhead to run it, the whole nine. It was a wonderful they call a master franchise, or just wonderful power couple. But I'm with your husband. It was the this that you really have to focus and pay attention to. It's not just a fast money grab. You are investing in the brand, you are investing in the system that's already tried and true. Now, there's different levels to different types of franchises. So a food franchise is a very hard franchise to go into. I got my start as I would say an entrepreneur at the tender age of 5 years old, working for Hot Sauce Williams, making boxes, and I worked for them off and on throughout my entire adolescence until I was about 17. I worked for them off and on at their different locations because it was ran by brothers, but they all had their own location, right? And each franchise, the food was the same, right? And I will say location, right? But the way they operated, totally different. The way they managed, totally different, because they were different. But it was like 5 brothers all together. Had the privilege of working for 2 of them, Jim and Lamar. Make a long story short, it's a lot that goes into food prep, the whole night. I would not want to be anywhere near food industry as an employer or an employee. There's a lot that goes into it. So with that said, I'm glad you didn't go into Steak and Shake and you have your own and Seychelles clothing and all that great stuff. And like you said, it's to each his own. I'm
Right.
not a bug inspired anything. So, if that's something that makes them come alive, absolutely go for it. But make sure you do your homework. Make sure you're willing to do what it takes to make it successful. So in my experience at Jam Pro, it was like $1 million dream. Oh, you can make it. It's going to be really, really great. And when it came down to actually getting that money, being able to go out and get the clients and all, it just was not the same. It sounded good, but when it went down on paper, it was totally different. So I would definitely say do your research, do your homework, make sure that it is something that you want to do, that the numbers make sense, that the investment in your time
Mm-hmm.
sense, and all that great stuff. So, scared man can't win. If you don't play, you're definitely not going to win. And there's more than one way to skin a cat. Franchising, it, it is no cookie cutter to it, because each franchise goes by its own set of rules and regulation in which it operates by. So, and return
Mm-hmm.
on investment, which is most,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Right, right. And we're gonna get back into wardrobe, right? Wardrobe, when you're coming into it, if you want to buy a franchise or your boss chick, but I want to talk about the corporate woman's wardrobe now. Um, when we're talking about corporate women's wardrobe, as we stated earlier, the the template of what you supposed to look like has already been defined for you.
Yeah.
There's already been someone who came in well before you who said, "Hey, if you're a corporate woman, you dress like this."
Mm-hmm.
So, which means you probably have 10 white blouses in your closet. You probably have 10 black suits. You probably have 5 navy suits. You probably have 6 beige tops. You probably have cream colored um cardigans, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's that boss chick. You're going to have your black, blues, navies, grays, whites. Period, point blank. That's it. Now, when you're speaking about a boss chick, guess what? You get to be a little bit more creative in that fashion sense, or that fashion world. You get to add a little bit of color to your palette, to your wardrobe. Okay, here we have a couple of boss chick ladies here, and here we have, look at this, we got red, orange, print. Print is another thing. Print isn't something that you really see in the corporate world a lot. Corporate world, they typically wear a lot of solids. Um, here's Miss OP, the Oprah, right? She's in her news, and then you have colors here. So keep that in mind when you are that boss chick, or you have your own business, so to speak. You get to be a little bit more creative with your looks. Look at the
Yeah.
look.
My favorite boss chick that I like to, reference is Miss Skittles, who is in Atlanta, in the A with you, who range from Cleveland, Ohio as well. I love to see her wardrobe. I love
Mm-hmm.
to see her glow up. She's
Mm-hmm.
still very, business like, but she puts it on, you know?
Mm-hmm. 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 And that's the thing. You can still be covered up, but you just have that. You have a more colors in your wardrobe. You're more fashion forward a lot of the times.
Absolutely.
When you are that boss chick. Now, again, that is not saying that you can't wear white and black, because you can, but it's also saying you can wear a teal color dress with teal peep toe heels with a neon color jacket and still being presented well. If I was
Exactly.
if I was going into a meeting talking about I'm into fashion, imagine me trying to come in there with some sweatpants on, and a t-shirt that says Seychelles clothing. They're gonna be like, I thought you was into fashion, sis. You could have
Hmm.
dressed that up. Now we know there is ways to dress up sweats as well, but you know it's interesting. I'm going to drop the link now. So if there is anyone who has a question pertaining to the topic, boss chick versus not versus boss chicks and corporate women, or a business tailored question, me and Miss Ice, we are here to answer that. Please keep us updated on your progress. Sounds like it's an interesting place. Yeah, my old job, HR would send that good old email just when it starts to get warm of what you are not allowed to wear. Big, big in the companies. You have to follow
Mm-hmm.
what they set out for you
Hmm.
to wear. It's just it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no other way around it.
Yeah. No cutoff shirts, no shorts, no mini skirts.
Mm-mm.
It's a lot.
It
You know,
is.
you have to play in corporate. You have to play by the rules. As boss chick, you are the one who makes the rules.
You are the rules. You make the rules. You make the rules. So
Hmm.
just keep in mind that color wheel. The whites and grays, the colors that will be easily toned down with a blazer if you did have it on. There are certain pieces that are staple in a sense and when you're in specific fields, right? A suit, you automatically think business, right? um a uniform, you tend to think some sort of structured
Hmm.
government job to some degree. You see somebody with what was the other thing, like strippers, they have dress codes. You're not going to see them coming in on stage with a blouse and a trench coat. They might start off like that,
Unless
but
you're ready to take it off, baby.
unless you're taking it off and it's nothing and it's nothing under there.
Woo.
um so ladies, keep that in mind, the length of your skirts when
Hmm.
you are in corporate as well. It has to be not too high above the knee. It goes back to like high school where if it hit your fingertips, they was like, it's too short, it's too short, that's too much, it's too short, take that, get that up off of there. Um but there are also other ways and other things of always keeping in mind. Just you want to stay fresh, you want to stay clean, you want to just make sure everything is always ironed and ready to go. Okay, we have someone ready to join. Letitia, I'm now adding you to the stage. Hello.
Hello, hi.
How are
I wanted
you?
to. I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to piggyback off that comment I made. Our thing from HR would pertain to the length of the outfits and making sure that the girls are covered up and things like that. You get the ladies a little bit more mature than me, wearing outfits like that, even in the business world. So they were very strict about that, shorts and that matter. So every
Yeah,
year
because
they would
someone
come
has
out and they say,
someone
okay,
Mhm. Because someone has come up with the rules, so you have to follow that. Miss Ice, you're back live.
Thank
Um,
you.
mhm. You have
mm-hmm,
to follow you have to follow the rules. And you have to represent
yeah,
their company. That's the thing. When you are the company, you get to be the face of it. So whatever you want the face to be, that's what you can be that day. And I've heard, I don't know how much I believe it, but I'll just share it with you all that, bosses don't have to wear the t-shirts and they don't have to wear the uniforms. They just have to wear attires that stand out. So don't feel that when you are doing an event, you have to have the t-shirt on too, because the coach never has on the uniform like the team does. So
oh
yeah, I kind of like that
wow,
little cliche I heard. Sometimes I'm like, no, you want to put the t-shirt. Sometimes you gotta let yourself be known that you're with it, and sometimes you need to just step in with your red bottoms on and your hair big and flowing and call it a day. So you gonna see a boss sometimes when you're not gonna ever mistake a boss for employee when you're dealing with
yeah,
but I definitely see what you're saying with the wardrobe.
mm-hmm,
Miss Ice, what is your take on a woman who may only want to wear pants or pantsuits when it comes to doing business? You're muted if you don't know. Okay. Miss Ice is still muted. So I'll give my opinion. Definitely I'll say be a pants lady. That's great. Make sure your pants are tailored. You don't want them just too oversized because they are pants. You want them hitting right at your ankle, or if you wear heels, you still want them to come to like the top part of your heels. You need them nice and sleek. If you are going to only have pants, you should have a couple pairs of pants in your wardrobe that are nice, clean, tailored, pressed all all the time. And pair your suit jacket at times, and then other times, keep a blouse with it or wear a blouse with it. But I will try to encourage Miss Ice, you're back live. I
Amen.
will try to encourage you to incorporate um a few hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, it's a little feedback from somewhere, I'm not sure.
It's probably
You want to make sure, I will say, I want to encourage you to incorporate some skirts into your wardrobe. Start with pencil skirts, start with long pleated skirts, only because women in the industry, whatever industry you may be going to, we still expect women to be feminine, and we still like to see women dressed as women. And it's not saying that you're not a woman in pants, but it is nice to when you go to deals, you still are wearing things that are feminine, that compliments, and that says that you're a woman. It's still as strong as you walking in a business suit. So if you were going on an interview in a corporate role, you could still have on your blazer or your nice jacket to match your skirt. And I would still look at you the same way as if you came in with a pantsuit, or if you had a nice tailored business suit on as well. So, expand on your wardrobe, buy small pieces, start expanding on wardrobe. I will say, Miss Ice or Letitia. Okay. Well, both ladies are still on mute.
no,
Okay.
no, no. You know
Oh,
what happened? It froze. So if you could repeat what you were going to say, I would greatly appreciate that, so I could chime in.
okay. So I'm just talking about, okay, we had one comment that said I'm strictly a pantsuit lady. So my thing is always to get people to kind of expand their wardrobe.
Mhm.
So I was just expanding and just saying things like, add a skirt, because a business suit that's a skirt is still just as strong as a pantsuit. So what is your take on expanding wardrobe or adding skirts or dresses to someone who may only want to wear a pantsuit to conduct business?
Mhm. Well, I'm a dress woman, so definitely I'm here for the dress. When conducting business, however, I feel like it's different levels. That pants suit, I love a beautiful pantsuit, but it's really giving off strong male energy, you know.
Mhm.
And I am a very effeminate woman. I'm here for the double breasted, pinstripe, two piece, or the pinstripe dress, double breasted, something that says, I'm here, I'm boss, but I'm still a woman. Hear me roar,
Hear me roar, right?
Oh, and I want, oh, meow, you know.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
I
mhm,
definitely, feel like, every different situation, every business meeting calls for a different type of energy, especially as a woman.
mhm,
Um, being the theater director at the Cultivation Theater for a few years, I really learned a lot from the owner. Her name was Mama Lee, and
mhm.
the way that we are viewed, especially in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Um, it's like a good old boys club. So we had a really great way. We were both very feminine, very fly.
Mhm.
So when it was time to go and roll with the big dogs, you definitely want to be bringing in that feminine energy, but they know, okay, she's a boss all into herself, but she's still bringing in that feminine energy. We're going to treat her as such, not like, you don't want to be knocked around like one of the boys, that don't feel good, but you also don't want to be necessarily handled with the ultra kitten gloves either, because you have to have real conversations, especially when you're dealing with a bunch of bosses. Men in the entertainment industry is a total different monster, so now you're talking about, somebody's artist, their money, their time, and you got to go through all these different logistics to make sure. And we're the house, we're the theater. So it's like, we're providing you the platform, but you want to know what you're going to get with that. Are we doing any marketing for you? Are we providing food? Are we providing liquor? All the ins and outs. Are we doing security? And these are very real conversations. And you don't want to be in there acting like you got, excuse my French, but acting like you got a sack on you.
Ooh, child.
I mean, sincerely. It's like, I love to bring that feminine energy, because it's like, yeah, I know my stuff, and at the end of the day, if you don't know your stuff, you'll be handled as such as well. So, it's a lot in your dress, in your attire, in your appearance, and your energy. All of that matters.
That's it. It's I always say, as women, we have that extra little fairy dust. We have
Yes.
that extra little pizzazz. We have that extra little, you can do that little sway with your little elbow. I mean, with your shoulder. You could bat your eyes. You could wear your leg out. You can paint your nails. It's so many things that us women can do that men can't. So I just say, use it to your advantage. And a skirt is to a woman's advantage. A dress is to a woman's advantage. A nice necklace, nice earrings, nice lipstick. Use it to your advantage. Letitia has a question. Does the shoes matter? I'm not a high heel all the time. Now, for me, I will say I'm a high heel girl, right? But you got to know the difference. The thing with heels make your legs appear longer. Heels make your legs appear sexier. That's kind of like the role of a heel. But a heel is not always practical in what you're doing. If I'm doing a fashion show and I'm getting models ready backstage, yeah, I got my heels when I get ready to do my designer walk. But am I in heels the whole time backstage? Absolutely not, because it's not conducive. If you're sitting behind a desk, you might have your heels when you walk to the bathroom or whatever, but you might got your comfy shoes on when you're sitting there, when you got to run around and run to get papers from floor A to get to the 18th floor. Right. So I will say there are fashionable flat shoes. There are fashionable shoes that have small heels. So don't always think you have to go a high heel. You just have to go more fashion if you want to be presented in that light, is my opinion.
Right. Yeah, it very much so. I in my walk at the Cultivation Theater, we had 2 floors. And one floor, that was the basement. That's where all the parties were. That's where we had the studio, and we had the thrift store down there as well. And a kitchenette, right? And then you had to go up the steps, and that's where our Matchbox Theater was, right? And our bathroom, and the ticket, where you purchase your tickets or what have you. Well, Sister Girl was not running up and down them steps in no heels, okay?
So, I know that's right.
That just wasn't it. So I was really like a combat boot type girl, and I'm like dominatrix type deal. So I would have some with the the studs on them. Some of them had glitter. Some of them was ankle. Some of them was past my calf. It just all depended on what I was wearing.
You're right.
But for the most part, that was part of my whole attire, because I knew from the time I got to that theater to the time it ended, we was gonna be rocking and rolling.
Rocking and rolling.
So, and I think, and not just a combat boot, but also coming from Cleveland, we like a good boot, right? Like a rider boot. Those plastic boots with the fringe that will give us that feminine look. But it was definitely not heels for me.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm working my way back towards heels because I love a good heel myself. Right now, I've already told you where my heels will be, right? So until I can get them boots to the floor, I'll just be practicing. Yeah.
Be practicing. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, that has been our show. We are a little bit over. This is our 8th show of the season. We only have 2 more shows this season. We have been rolling. It has been great.
Yes.
Now, our next show, now this is funny. It is Single but Saved. What to wear to church.
Okay.
Now, these new age pastors and pastors' wives and these young pastors, kind of everything kind of hitting the pulpit. Everything is out there now. So we're gonna tap onto that. We're gonna tap into that. But before we close out, Miss Ice, I want to know 2 things before you give us our final wrap up on the corporate versus boss chick. I want to know, do you have just one piece of business advice for anyone who is looking to begin a business?
Begin.
I know that's right. Just start.
Because a lot of times, and you work with me on this as well, we can get caught up into our own heads. Well, what about this and what about that? Put one foot forward and get going. Take it from the spiritual realm. Write your business desires out. I'm not saying a business plan. Brainstorm, journal. Get it all out. The Cadillac version, right? The Lamborghini, the Bentley, the Ghost version. You know what I mean? Put that down. And that's the whole thing, right? And then you write your business plan out from that, and the benchmarks and your milestones, right? So your benchmarks will be what your daily and weekly goals will be, right? And your milestones can be monthly. Your milestones might even be weekly. They might be quarterly, but you have to write down the small steps that's going to get you to those big milestones in setting up your business. Get you some good mentors. Follow the right people. You don't have to necessarily know your mentor. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much resources online, so many resources on YouTube and different places that you don't necessarily have to have an actual person. It's always good to have someone with you to advise you on what to do, where to go, how to, but it's not mandatory. Main thing is to get the source from your highest power, bring it down to this realm and work it and just get her done.
Listen, baby, I don't think I could have said it better myself. Miss Ice was just strictly dropping gems. If you didn't hear that, you're gonna have to rewind this back. Go find the timestamp. We are an hour and 15 minutes into the show. Go back and listen to that. Listen to it. The other thing is, I'm not big on a mood board. I mean, not mood boards, vision boards, but I'm very big on writing goals out at the end of the year for all year to work on. And I go back and I refer to it. And, that's where I am. So keep that in mind. You always got to have some place that you're going so you could be working towards it. And like Miss Ice said, it's not just about open up a store. It's what are the steps? What are the small steps to get to the store? You can break it down. I worked in the field of developmental disabilities really quickly, and we had a strongest assignment. It was so funny. Is tell me, how do you open a Pop Tart? Okay, cookie. It was so funny, and we're like, open it and put it in the toaster and eat it. They're like, no, open up open up the right flap of the box, open up the left flap of the back, pull out the silver pouch that has the food in it. Take the right finger and pinch it. Take the left finger and pinch it. Pull them apart at the same time. Take your right hand and pull out one Pop Tart. Place it into the toaster. Place your finger on the toaster, whatever that's called. You push it down and then go up. Like, it's so many different steps. So I want people to keep that in mind, that there are so many steps, and take that time for your steps. Miss Ice, your final words of the evening.
Well, it's always going to be do something delicious for yourself. I think that is so cute. Just do something for yourself worth doing. Treat yourself, love yourself, get going, and believe in yourself. Understand that peace sometimes requires violence in order to fight for that. Another thing that I would definitely say is that the dweller at the door is not real unless you allow it to be real. Now, the dweller at the door is your higher self. Not your higher self, it's your lower self who's questioning you if you want to go through that door to get to your higher self. Kick it down and go on ahead on and go on through that door. And whatever come up against you, keep it pushing.
Yep.
Each one teach one. It's ice, baby.
It's ice, baby. Yes, I was just saying, just get started and write down a list of goals in small steps. I'm telling you all, the small step goal, it works. Writing out things work. I will say, get you a planner. You do need somewhere to organize your thoughts. And yes, you can use the computer, you can use your phone, but it's something old school about writing on 1,000 sticky notes, or writing in a journal, or writing in a planner, and going back. Like, I keep my planners. Like I say, I write my goals in the yearly ones. Sometimes I go back and look at my goals from 2021 and say, oh, look what I was doing then. Oh, okay, I did do that now, or I did whatever. And I make it a point to make sure my goals are well within range. Okay. Don't come up with these goals that are so far away from your reality that you won't be able to meet. And then once you don't meet them, now you're beating yourself up. So small goals for myself that I wrote for this year: to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, and yay me, I met it. I already did get to it, but then I gained like a couple pounds back. But now I got on a scale today. I'm back at my pre-pregnancy weight. So yay, I'm so happy for me. Thank you. Listen, it's more work than people think. It's more discipline than you think. And I can't say I'm working out every day and I'm eating the cleanest every day or whatever, because I'm still human and I'm still going to enjoy certain foods. But I also know how I want to look. So I'm very disciplined in a sense of I need to look a certain way to get to, kind of where I want to look or how I want to look. And another thing is, I put on my goal sheet to do 2 fashion shows. So I have 2 fashion shows that Seychelles will be in. It's very fun for me. As I stated, I love fashion. I love being out, and so I decided to share the love. So I have one fashion show that will be presented in Cleveland. This is the Wild Side. It will be at the Inferno, which is on the east bank of the Flats in Cleveland. This is on I believe it is, don't make me say it wrong. It is June 20th or 21st. I can't remember the date, but it's June or June 21st. It's not on here. I don't know why, but anyway, it's all swimwear. So that is that. And also, as I mentioned before, the other thing that you always want to do is be doing things that you love. You want, if you love it, it will never become work. It's never work. Okay. Part of another thing that I will be doing for Atlanta Fashion Week is I am your red carpet host. Listen, I love hosting. I love the red carpet. It gives me time to get to know the guests. Why are they here? What made them come out tonight? Have conversations with them. Again, this event in Atlanta is hosted by Mama D. If you don't know who Mama D is, she is Little Scrappy's mom. She's full of energy, full of life. She did make it to one of the rehearsals, that one of the model calls that I didn't make it to, but I look forward to meeting her at this event as well. And I just want to say, everything is about time and timing and yes, the 21st, June 21st. Thank you. Everything is about time and timing. So follow your own track. You're on your own path. You're on running your own marathon. It's not a sprint. Life isn't a sprint. If you want to be a corporate chick or a boss babe, it's up to you. If you want to do both, it's up to you. It's your life to be whoever you want to be. Just take the time and make sure you're putting in effort so you can get it back. What was the candle fragrance of the evening, ladies? Ladies, all the ladies, all the ladies, all the ladies in the house saying, I want to know, what was the candle fragrance? Do you all know? Again, we only have 2 more shows this season. I can't believe it, but I got some other things that I really want to work on. I've been working on it, and I really hope to get it out this year. But we're gonna keep it crossed. It wasn't on my goal list, so I haven't put in too much effort with that. But I need, time away from this so we can come back and we can fresh and, bring new guests and open up the panel. Like, I want the conversation to expand outside of just me and Miss Ice. So the candle fragrance of the evening was Island Margarita. Island Margarita. I don't know if you all know that or seen that, but it is Island Margarita. Again, this has been a great show this evening. Corporate chick, boss chick. If you just got a job, 9 to 5, you're just living, do whatever it is you want to do. Do not look at other people's life and feel you have to be doing what they're doing. If you do go into business, I say do something that you love. Do something that you would do it for free. If you are in corporate world, follow the vision, meet that common goal of that business. If you are interested in any kind of advice, reach out to me. I'm an open book. Now, certain things will come with a little pay. You do have to pay for certain information, but to have certain conversations, this is what I'm here for. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, it's a lifestyle. They're always watching, so give them something good to look at, baby. Until next week, toodles.